Leaving your apartment feels a bit risky these days.
This bike can be my lifesaver during the Corona crisis. I'm going to take you to a journey through Berlin during Corona times and tell you how. There's so many restrictions these days. I cannot even visit my own mother due to the Corona crisis. Riding my bike through Berlin, it gives me a sense of freedom and normality, at least for a short ride.
I want to know how other cyclists feel about the issue. Ever tried to interview people on a bike? Not so easy. Here is my shot.
I have a protective mask on all day in my clinic. And when I get outside and finally get to take it off, it's fantastic.
Cycling and walking are the only thing you can do now without putting yourself at risk.
It's quicker getting from A to B, and at the moment it's healthier too.
Let's ask a doctor about the advantages of taking a bike. If I were to get sick, this is where I'd get my coronavirus test. My local doctor squeezes in some time for an interview, but better outside than inside.
Cycling, using the bike, especially in the city, it's good for everybody. It's good for your movement. It's good for physical education and physical exercises for everybody. So I think it's a good way to keep on moving, especially during those days when everybody needs to stay home.
Is there any way that I can get infected riding my bike through Berlin?
No. As long as you keep the distance of 1.5 meters to other people, there's no risk to get infected. Maybe you should keep the distance, for example, when you enter the traffic light, yeah? And there are some other bikers, so of course you can stop maybe a little bit before, so then you can avoid any risk of being infected.
The coronavirus is less likely to spread on a bike than on the subway, where people are close to each other. Politicians here in Germany have recommended that people bike it to work, also to leave the subway less crowded.
It never felt so pleasant to ride your bike through Berlin.
The pandemic has led to vacant streets. Car traffic in Berlin is down by almost 40%. Some roads are eerily empty.
It's definitely quieter than usual and more relaxed. If I was on the road at 7, it would be even nicer, but I'm still in bed then.
And Berlin is now creating more space for its cyclists. Since less cars are on the road, but the number of bicycles remains high, some Berlin districts are implementing more bicycle lanes and making existing ones wider.
You can see from the old markings how narrow the cycle lane used to be. Now you have the space and protection you need. You're supposed to be 1.5 meters apart from other cyclists. So that means wider cycle lanes.
An extra lane for bikes. Love it.
Cycling activists in cities around the globe have been fighting for years for more space and cycle lanes. For them, the coronavirus and changing mobility also presents an opportunity.
So you really see the positive sides here of the Corona crisis, one can say.
Yeah, I imagine all the time how it would be with less cars, like here all the cars parked could be just, we could plant flowers, so put the chairs off the cafes, there could be playgrounds for children, everything.
To sum it up, your bike can be a lifesaver during this Corona crisis. Because it not only helps us to keep the distance when we move outside, it keeps us fit. And for us here in Berlin, it even helps us to see the bright side of the crisis.